It's a game day episode of Boy Green Daily, the final primetime game of the season. The New York Jets, the New England Patriots, storylines, injury reports, your phone calls, and so much more. We talk all about it. Let's freaking go, baby. It starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you find your podcast. Oh my goodness. We have 6 hours of content for you guys today. We got Boy Green Daily right now this morning. We've got Boy Green Meets Woody at 3 o'clock. Patriots beat reporter Taylor Kyles on the show. We have our live watch party tonight where we'll watch the entire Jets and Patriots game all together, baby, for the entire thing. And then as soon as the game's over, we'll jump into the post-game show where we'll be popping the bubbly and celebrating perhaps a Jets upset win against the New England Patriots. All that today on the show. And thanks for stopping by. Like the video, hit subscribe, and I will answer the message out there in the audience. You're like, Paul, what jersey are you wearing today? Every game day I wear a jersey. This one is very special. One of my favorite jerseys I have. One of my favorite Jets players that played a very brief time for the New York Jets. And I will quote him today with this.
They say it can't be done. They say we have no chance. Hey, let me tell you something. Any man can be beat on any day.
The incomparable LaDainian Tomlinson, LT, baby, one of the greatest running backs of all time, a Pro Football Hall of Famer. And while he only played for the Jets for 2 seasons, he was, I'm a former running back. So I watched a lot of running backs. And LaDainian Tomlinson is someone I tried to model my game after when I was in high school. He was a guy I loved. I loved him on the then San Diego Chargers. And when he signed with the Jets, I said, this is the greatest thing of all time. I need that jersey. And I hold this jersey very tight, the old Reebok jerseys. I love this jersey. It's one of my favorites I own in my collection. So shout out to LT. And he said that line. And that line he said came in the year 2011. It was the 2010 season. He said it before the Jets upset the New England Patriots in Foxborough, the greatest win among modern Jet fans of all time. The only one better, of course, is the Super Bowl, where the Jets went into New England and beat the Patriots candy ass all over the place. Any man can be beat on any day. And they say it can't be done. There was another LaDainian Tomlinson line, and the money continues to go towards New England. The Patriots right now are 13.5-point favorites tonight on Thursday Night Football against the New York Jets. Gets me emotional talking about this. I'll just tell you this. They're overlooking us. They're not thinking about us. Okay. Motivation, baby. Motivation. Short week. I love it. I love this opportunity. Again, the Patriots are on a 7-game winning streak. They're in first place in the AFC East. They got a 2.5-game lead over the Buffalo Bills. They're red smoking hot. But guess what, baby? So are we. Winners of 2 in a row. Maybe about to be 3 in a row. Huh? Possible. Could be. Could be. So this would be the absolute tone-setting, pelt-on-the-wall win for Aaron Glenn. This would be a seismic victory. This would be a seismic upset. This would be the win, the defining win of the Aaron Glenn era, baby. That's what this would be tonight. Tonight is the night. I feel it, baby. I feel it, and we'll be with you all gosh darn day long. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. First, let's go through the injury report for the New York Jets. 2 players have already been ruled out. As Rich Cimini already told you, Garrett Wilson out for this game. Not a surprise. He re-injured his knee in the Week 10 Cleveland Browns game. Before that, he had missed 2 other games, the first 2 games missed of his career, and he is set to miss several more. It appears, based on the reporting of Rich Cimini, absolute suck job for the New York Jets. There's no question about it. And we'll see if the New York Jets are able to overcome all of this. But no Garrett Wilson, which sucks an egg. So no Garrett Wilson this evening. So the Jets were going to have to overcome and try to do it with different wide receivers. They're going to have to try to do it with different talent. And we'll see if Adonai Mitchell makes his debut tonight. That's fully expected as he continues to learn the playbook. So Garrett Wilson's rolled out. He's out. But again, not surprising. The other player that's been rolled out for tonight's festivities is Azareye'h Thomas, the talented rookie corner out of Florida State. When the Jets traded Sauce Gardner, which still seems crazy to say out loud, at a blockbuster deal to the Indianapolis Colts, there was a starting job that suddenly became available for the New York Jets, and that job went to Azareye'h Thomas, A.Z. Thomas. Hey, young man, take it and run. And with A.Z. Thomas's moments in the game, there's been some highs and low moments. He got his burnt toast from T. Higgins, but a few other times made some nice plays. Unfortunately, a very scary collision, very scary incident where friendly fire. Jamie Sherwood and Azareye'h Thomas clash helmets midair in that Browns game. Very scary moment there for Azareye'h Thomas. And immediately, attended to by the medical professionals at the contest. Thankfully, he was able to walk under his own power. Thank God, because that was very scary. But he is ruled out. First off, if you, in today's day and age, if you get a concussion with the 5-step NFL concussion protocol, it is very difficult when you have a full week to go from one game to the next of dealing with concussion protocol and then being ready for the next game. Nearly impossible in a short week. So Azareye'h Thomas has been ruled out. So some more shuffling, perhaps, for the Jets at corner. Now, here's what happened in the middle of the game against the Browns. Will that happen again tonight? TBD. Jarvis Brownlee Jr., who normally plays in the slot, kicked out to boundary corner. Brandon Stevens stated his other boundary corner position. Malachi Moore, who plays safety, came down and played in the nickel. Isaiah Oliver, who sort of plays everywhere, kicked back to safety there with Tony Adams. So they shuffled the board from a secondary standpoint. We'll see if they choose to do that same strategy again with the benefit of time of a couple of days. He had to make that decision in the middle of the moment. Those are the only 2 players rolled out for the New York Jets. However, there are a few players questionable. Xavier Newman, offensive lineman. Khalil Herbert, running back. Braden McGregor, pass rusher. And then these 2 biggies, Harrison Phillips and Will McDonald. So on Xavier Newman, he's a backup offensive lineman, although he's a full participant practice the last 2 days, so that's encouraging. Khalil Herbert, backup running back and return man. Again, he was a full participant practice the last 2 days. Now, these aren't full practices, so keep that in mind. These are projections because there's a lot of walkthroughs in here. And then backup defensive lineman Braden McGregor, limited participant throughout the entire week. Those guys are all questionable, but here's the ones to pay attention to for this. Harrison Phillips did not practice 2 of the 3 days this week. That's concerning with a foot issue. He was a limited participant in the final day of practice, so hopefully that's an encouraging sign. Will McDonald is dealing with a quad. He did not practice the first day, but was a limited participant the last 2 days. This is sort of obvious, but I'll say it. The Jets, if they hope to pull off the upset tonight, they're going to need their defense to cause a ruckus. And that includes Will McDonald, who just had 4 sacks in the previous game. Myles Garrett, so we had Browns Patriots bye week, then Browns Jets for the Browns schedule. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks against his Patriots offensive line. We were going to see good old buddy Morgan Moses, who jumped enemy lines this offseason to go play for those hated Patriots. But the fact of the matter is the Jets are going to need Will McDonald. They need him to play. I mean, he is absolutely critical to this contest. Jermaine Johnson wreaking havoc. The Jets have not been blitzing as much, so that means you need your guys to win those one-on-one battles. So old Willie McDonald is a big piece to the puzzle for the New York Jets, so you got to hope that he is going to play tonight. Again, he is officially listed as questionable. We'll get the inactive list 90 minutes before the game. 4 players have already been ruled out for the New England Patriots. Kayshon Boutte, he's been dealing with a hamstring issue. He was a limited participant in practice all week. He is out. Austin Hooper, he's a backup tight end, concussion protocol, out, didn't practice at all this week. And then you have 2 others. You have Christian Ellis, the linebacker. He's been dealing with a hip issue, limited participant the first 2 days of practice, then did not practice the last day. Ramondre Stevenson, out. Toe issue, limited participant the first 2 days, did not practice the final day. He is out, which means Travion Henderson will be getting the start for the Patriots. Bless myself. I don't know if I can still do that now that Quinnen's gone, but that's neither here nor there. So those are the 4 players that are out for the Patriots. They have 2 players that are questionable. Joshua Farmer, that's Ricky New York's guy, the Florida State product, dealing with an ankle issue. Didn't practice 2 of the 3 days this week. And then Terrell Jennings, another running back, he is questionable, limited participant throughout the week. So they don't have a lot of depth in the backfield with all the things they're dealing with. Those are the only injury designations on the team for the New England Patriots. All right, without further ado, let's go to him. It's our NFL Insider Extraordinaire. Between the hash marks, it's a game day episode, so it just wouldn't feel right, quite frankly, if we did the show without him. So let's bring him in. You guys can see it in the YouTube description down below, his direct link to his Substack. It is Matt Gashdarn Lombardo in flannel. What's up, Matt?
What's going on, Paul? Hey, you know what? It's game day. You get the winter wind, the autumn winds blowing outside. Had to bust out the flannel today.
I like that. It's very seasonal, very topical. I love it. So, Matt, let me throw it to you. I sort of started the show in this way, given the injury report and things of that nature, that, the Patriots are favored tonight by a decent margin, 13.5, as a matter of fact. And the money's kept climbing. It started at 10.5, then 11.5, 12.5, 13.5. That's how math works. It has continued to go up the more money that's flowed over there. Tell me, Matt, give it to me straight. We're friends. We're dear friends, and we have to be honest with each other. That's an important piece of any relationship. What chances are you giving the Jets tonight to go into Foxborough and to upset the red-hot 7-game winning streak New England Patriots?
I think the fact that it's a Thursday night is the great variable here, right? Because you've seen teams go on the road and stun teams on Thursday night. I think back to that Rams-Niners game early in the year. The 49ers were so banged up. Mac Jones had the creaky knees. It looked like the Tin Man out there. They pulled off the upset. It just feels like the Patriots coming off that big win in Tampa Bay. They're a little bit banged up. I know that Stephon Diggs stepped up last week and Mac Hollins stepped up and Kyle Williams had the big play, but they don't have Kayshon Boutte. They're a little bit banged up on defense. I'm not going to say I'm picking the Jets to win the game, but I think that I would certainly, if we were making our selections for the weekend, I would pick the Jets to cover here just because of the variables of the short week, tough physical game for New England down there in Tampa Bay. And let's be honest, the Jets are riding a little bit of momentum. And I love the fight that they showed on Sunday. I think they're rallying around Aaron Glenn and what he is trying to instill there, even without trading Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner away. I mean, it's a tough game. It's an explosive team. But if you can hold the Patriots under 24 points, you got a decent shot.
Well, that's really what we're hoping for here. And if you have anything beyond that, I guess that's where my next question would go. What is the blueprint? Because again, the Patriots, obviously, they've been pressing all the right buttons. It's a 7-game winning streak, and there's some impressive wins in there, including Tampa Bay. Buffalo is where it all started, in Buffalo, and Buffalo's going in a different direction right now with what they were able to do. Drake May is an MVP candidate right now. Unbelievably, he is among the betting favorites for MVP. Mike Vrabel, his first year back with the New England Patriots running things as the HC. What is the blueprint? So, okay, holding them under 24 points. That sounds like something, that the Jets can hopefully do. The defense has sort of been hit and miss this season. Okay, what else has to be on that bingo card? If I told you right now, I'm looking at the box score in the future, and you're seeing a few things like, oh, those are great signs. And either the Jets made it incredibly close or obviously potentially pulled off the upset.
I think they have to create takeaways, right? I mean, we've seen it all year how backbreaking takeaways are, especially deep in the red zone for teams. Drake May is playing great football right now. They're distributing it to his weapons. It doesn't seem to matter who's hurt. They seem to be getting it done. It's going to come down to pressuring Drake May, creating takeaways, stopping drives, and, it's going to have to be winning the time of possession battle here. Everybody talks about what the Patriots did last week in Tampa Bay on offense. and especially the back-to-back scores, end of the half, and then the explosive play for the touchdown at the start of the second half. But that Patriot defense got some key stops late in the game. You took the ball out of Baker Mayfield's hands, forcing some 3-and-outs, giving them favorable field position, not allowing the Buccaneers offense to get back into the game. So I think that tonight for the Jets to win, they're going to have to create some takeaways, and they're going to have to win that type of possession battle and keep the Patriots off the field, because the fact that Drake May isn't making a lot of mistakes, because now they're leaning into Trevion Henderson and his big playability. Those would be the two big keys for me, and they have to find somebody to step up without Garrett Wilson, right? Whether it's Adonai Mitchell making his debut and looking like the former second-round pick who was a fringe first-round talent coming out of Texas, whether it's leaning into Breece Hall, whether it's getting the tight end more involved in the game plan, they have to figure out how to move the offense without the big playability of Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I 100% agree on the takeaways because, this Jets offense has unfortunately been anemic. There's been 4 games this season where Justin Fields has had under 55 passing yards. That is like almost impossible. That is almost impressive how impossible that is to happen in the 21st century, for the love of God. But so if that's the kind of, and again, depending on which Justin Fields you get, sometimes every 3.5 weeks, apparently you get a good version. And if I'm looking at my Blue Moon schedule, it looks like he could be in for one of those kind of games, which the Jets could only hope for. But if you give the offense short fields to work with, at the very least, it's got to be easier to score than driving 80 or 90 yards down the field. So we'll see if that happens. Now, Matt, I don't know if you know anything about what I'm about to say, but if there's any more you can contribute, I'd love for you to do so. Drake May was at his podium this week, and at the end, he was asked about, wow, man, playing in front of your fans, the Thursday Night Football, like, wow, this is going to be great. And he talked about all that, and then he just stopped and said, and the Jets, in-division opponent, there's always bad blood with the Jets. Bad blood, Patriots, and Drake May, right? He made his debut. I was there for his debut. Last year, I went to the Week 3 Jets-Patriots game on Thursday Night Football, and the Jets kicked the Patriots' ass all over the place, and it was a great celebration, like we sacrificed some ritual animal goat or something. And Drake May, at the end of the game, came in for Jacoby Brissett, got smacked around a bit in the game, so that was Drake May's first ever taste of NFL action before now, where he is at this point. He was talking about bad blood, and there was new chapters of bad blood included. I mean, obviously there's crazy history of the Curtis Martin poison pill, Bill Parcells ditching the Patriots for the Jets, Bill Belichick ditching the Jets for the Patriots, Rex Ryan, I'm not kissing Belichick's rings. Like, I mean, we've had butt fumble. Like, we've had horrible things. Like, I mean, it's just been all over the can't wait game and everything else. But a new chapter's been added for both sides. When the Patriots were looking for a head coach, they requested an interview with then Detroit Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, and he told them to shove it. No thanks, I'm not interviewing with you. Which Jeff Mitchell like, yeah, I hope we get this guy.
That's our guy. Yeah,
100%. It was an easy rallying point. Yeah, fuck the Patriots. This is great. But of course, on the other side, Mike Vrabel's first interview as a vacant man this offseason was with the Jets. He was inside their facilities, and then he left, and then the Patriots fired Rob Mayo, and the rest is history. But right before, apparently, Mike Vrabel was like driving to the Patriots to sign the contract. Apparently, according to Connor Hughes of SNY, the Jets made one last-ditch effort. They called Mike Vrabel and said, what do we need to do, man? Money? Contract? Power? What is it? We'll do it. We'll do it. And apparently he said no, obviously, or there's nothing they could do, and he leaves. Anything on the extra bad blood that's added here? Aaron Glenn said, Patriots, you could shove it. Mike Vrabel flirted with the Jets. We don't know if it was genuine or not. Did he just do that to upset the Patriots so they fired Rod Mayo so he could go where he wanted anyway? Did he have genuine interest in the Jets? We don't know. So there's new bad blood tonight between this start of this rivalry, potentially between AG and Vrabel.
Yeah, you got to love it, right? You got to love the gamesmanship of hiring season and the coaching carousel and using one job to leverage against the other. Kudos to Mike Vrabel's agent there. Maybe there were a couple extra zeros or at least another decimal added to that contract after the Jets picked up the phone. But Aaron Glenn, I'm not surprised that he gave the Heisman to the New England Patriots, because if you've worn the Jet uniform and you've gone to battle at Giant Stadium and you've gone to battle in Foxborough against the Patriots. I think that, the green blood obviously runs deep with Aaron Glenn, and that's why he's the Jets head coach and the prodigal son coming home. But I think that when you talk about the extra bad blood, look, especially two defensive-minded head coaches like Vrabel and like Aaron Glenn, they're going to have their guys fired up. They're going to have their defenses ready to play. And this is the sort of thing where in a division game on a short week, you could see tempers flare a little bit, especially given everything that's happened between these two franchises, even with Drake May early in his career. A little bit of revenge factor for Drake May for taking that beating in his debut against the Jets, the physical pounding that he took. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm kind of glad that this is a standalone Thursday night rivalry type of a game.
And plus, because the Patriots, a lot of people reported this, including Albert Breer, that the Patriots sort of ran a sham of an operation after firing Mayo and just dancing around interviewing random people. Oh, yeah, because we want Vrabel. And then so a lot of people criticized the New England Patriots for those tactics. Looks like it worked out beautifully for them with the Patriots at 8-2, but interesting nonetheless. Again, we got NFL insider extraordinaire Matt Lombardo here. You see it on the screen, Matt Lombardo, NFL.substack.com. That's a mouthful. You want to know what else is? Click the link down below, which transports you right over to Matt Lombardo, NFL.substack.com for all the latest between the hash marks and so much more here on the program now. Matt, let's talk a little bit about the future here. We talked some Jets Patriots, and I'm sure we'll get back there, but, the quarterback position is this point of intrigue for the New York Jets and maybe exploring the veteran market. ESPN just put out an article this morning at about 6 a.m. about Bill Bardwell sort of predicting the carousel, which players are likely to leave, who could be shifting new places. And on your last appearance on the show, Matt, we talked about the possibility of Trevor Lawrence. And I will be honest, that may have been one of the strongest responses I've heard from Jet fans in some time. It's currently has, I'll have to double check my phone, but it's at 375 replies on Twitter to that video that we put out. And it appears to be a resounding no on the Jets' interest in Trevor Lawrence, or at that price point, or both, perhaps on the Trevor Lawrence Goldilocks thing. So do you have anything else on Trevor Lawrence that you want to share, or perhaps is there another option the Jets should be considering in the veteran market?
Yeah, I think all options should be on the table when you have that kind of draft capital. And I still stick by the stance that if you're not in love with the quarterback who's on the board when you're on the clock, you need to start looking at other options. And you talk to people inside the league, other than Mendoza at Indiana, there's not a lot of optimism about this quarterback class. So the reason that I brought up the Trevor Lawrence idea, and I think that when you look at what's happening in Jacksonville, and it's just not working with him and Liam Cohen, he's the type of veteran quarterback who could be available. And you just look around the NFL, Jared Goff, former top pick, mediocre quarterback, goes to Detroit, MVP candidate. You look at Sam Darnold and the renaissance that he's had in Minnesota and now in Seattle. You look at Baker Mayfield, legitimate MVP candidate after languishing in Cleveland and Carolina and all of these places, Los Angeles for a cup of coffee, goes to Tampa Bay, and he's the face of that franchise. The thought here is, whether it's Trevor Lawrence, whether it's Kyler Murray, whether it's whoever the next quarterback on the outs from his current situation is, of course the Jets should be involved. And I've seen some people, go on social media and suggest Joe Burrow. In what world, in what universe are the Cincinnati Bengals trading Joe Burrow? Right?
I want to be in
Because
that universe. I want to be in that universe. Yes.
I know you want to be there. There's many alternate timelines that I'd rather be living in than the one we're living in right now. But believe me, I lived a dream to be in a different timeline. But the Burrow contract isn't a standalone thing here. It's not like the Bengals just signed Joe Burrow and said, okay, we're going to draft around him. No, they committed like $500 million to T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. You don't sign your two playmaking elite wide receivers with your franchise quarterback to then decide, oh, we're just going to trade away Joe Burrow and start from scratch with these receivers. That's just not how it works. So I understand wanting to be optimistic and pie in the sky and all of these things, but I think you have to be a little bit realistic here in terms of the quarterbacks who could be on the move. And I just don't see Joe Burrow being one of those guys. I mean, you could talk about Matthew Stafford if you want to flip a third-round pick for Matthew Stafford. It seems like Sean McVay has flirted with the idea of moving off of Stafford for the last 2 or 3 off seasons. But my thing is, and my philosophy if I'm the Jets is, If I'm in love with any of these quarterbacks, of course you take him. If you think that you're going to be bad enough at the top of 2027 to be in a position to take a quarterback in that class and you love three guys from that class, of course you wait and take the quarterback and you build around them. But the counterpoint is that if you don't love the quarterbacks, don't force feed taking a quarterback for the sake of taking a quarterback. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, one of my favorite parts about doing the show, and it's such a blessing, and blessed be he to all the gods that I get to do this every day at 7:30, plus all these other shows. Like today's going to be a very busy day. There's like 5 or 6 shows today, and I love doing it. I love having conversations, and especially for Jets that haven't won in 1,000 years. Like, this word I'm about to say, it runs prevalent in Jets land. Speculation. Like, okay, Justin Fields has been so awful that I'm like, okay, I know there's $10 million guaranteed in his contract next year. I'm willing, it's not my money anyway. I'm willing to eat it. Let's, all right, hit the eject button, reset the room completely. And again, I want to, almost in any situation, I want to have a veteran, but there's different levels of veteran. There's Trevor Lawrence, there's Kyler Murray, there's Joe Burrow. There's all these guys that exist out in the universe that could change. Because, like, let's say, let's live in that multiverse where the Jets trade for Joe Burrow, then they would have probably obviously given up this first round pick. So it's probably a bad example, but whatever that top draft pick you have, you're probably not taking a quarterback as well. You'd be then building around, you'd shift your plan and build around whoever that person is, which again is another part of the Matt Lombardo take that we had on the Trevor Lawrence thing, that instead you could build it in a different way, which is fascinating. But I think for me, I love having conversations. I love exploring. Let's look under every rock. When the Jets are looking for a head coach, I'm like, let's try to evaluate every candidate on the board. Let's not overlook anything. We have fucked up so many times that we should explore literally every rock. So I feel the same way about the quarterback position. And so whether it's Lawrence, Stafford, whoever, even though I'm a little lower on Kyler Murray, but there's apparently a lot of buzz about that. So we'll see what happens from that perspective.
I'll say this. I would be stunned if Kyler Murray plays another game for the Arizona Cardinals, just from the whispers that I've been hearing coming out of that building and people close to that building. I would be shocked if Kyler Murray suits up for the Cardinals ever again. And I think it's a pretty good chance he's on the move. Now, whether the Jets have interest there, whether they get him for pennies on the dollar, I don't know. I don't even know that they have any interest at all whatsoever in Kyler Murray, but he's going to be one of those veterans available. So if you're talking about the veteran quarterback market, that's just another log to throw on the fire. But I think that if you're the Jets, you have to almost pick your path. It's going to be, we're going to take the quarterback one. We're going to spend whatever, all this cap space we have that mirrors what the Patriots had this last offseason and what the Commanders had the prior year. We're going to go get the best available wide receiver. We're going to go get the best available offensive lineman. We're going to get him this rookie set up for success. Or you draft a blue chip wide receiver, you sign a wide receiver, you draft a first round talent with that second first round pick, and you flip future draft capital to get your veteran quarterback to bring in here. I just think that there's multiple paths here, and given the Jets' history, given the capital, given the resources, they just have to explore every option, in my opinion.
So you brought up Kyler, just real quick, because I've heard both sides of this. Do you believe, based on some of the whispers you're hearing, does he get cut or does he get traded? Because with his contract on the 5th year of the new league year, there's going to be a lot more guaranteed money owed to him if he's still on the Cardinals roster. Other teams are like, they could call the bluff. Like, we'll wait till day 6 instead of day 5. And you're either going to eat that money and then trade him, or you're going to cut him and then we could get him without having to give up a trade asset. So there is a little bit of cat and mouse here. And again, different insiders reported different things. ESPN has said something. We've had other insiders say other things. What say you, Matt Lombardo?
Yeah, it's one of those things, almost like a poison pill game of chicken for the Cardinals, right? Because it's either, we're going to find a team that wants to jump the line and flip him for a 5th or a 6th round pick, or we're just going to cut him, or some team's going to love Kyler Murray and think that they can fix him. And regardless of what fans think, every NFL coach watches a former first-round pick and sees something that he can fix. I think that people need to come to the realization that coaches and evaluators and general managers view quarterbacks and view players so much differently than people like us and like fans do. It's almost impossible to divorce a quarterback from his draft scouting report, from his position that he was drafted in, if there's any hope to fix him. So there could be a team out there. There could be a team out there that looks at Kyler Murray and says, we can drop him into our system. We can drop him into our scheme. We can put him with our wide receivers in our building. We can get the most out of him. We can find that first round potential in Kyler Murray. I think that's exactly what the Cardinals are hoping to find before that contract kicks in.
So, Matt, let me ask you this. The Jets have won 2 games in a row here. Now, the level of opponent can certainly come into question as they beat the entire state of Ohio, you bastards. But now they're stepping up because Massachusetts features some heavier animals here than what the Jets have previously competed with. But the mentality here, because for AG, who was sort of under fire earlier in the year, and then they traded away 2 of their best players, this ship could have turned in a completely different direction. The Jets could have given up. They could have rolled over. They could said, the season's over. Let's plan our trips to Cancun. But they didn't. They fought incredibly hard for AG. And again, I get it's the Browns, but does that say anything to you heading into this Patriots game that there seems to be some buy-in from the players, and now the Jets are winning some games as they've won 2 in a row?
Of course. I think we talked about this after the show, after the trades went down. This could go one of 2 ways. These guys could pack it in, cave on the season, give up, look to 2026 and beyond, start making business decisions, or they could rally. And they rallied. And I think that Aaron Glenn deserves a ton of credit for that. And you look at what's happening, just to bring up for a team, for example, the Chicago Bears. They've won 4 of 5. They have 4 fourth quarter comebacks. It's a different situation because you have your franchise quarterback. You have all that talent there. The Bears were a different team those first 3 weeks. Sometimes situations just light a spark and they bring a team together and they start to establish a winning culture. We're way too early here to start thinking about the Jets through that lens. But I do think that those trades and the way that Aaron Glenn got the room to not just stick together but come together, I think that this might be one of those moments where you look back and you say, okay, that's when it started. After that trade happened, the way that the locker room rallied, came together, leaned on each other, played for their head coach, when basically the front office said, we are giving up on the year, we're looking to the future, that when you start looking at the Jets in 2026 and 2027 and beyond, you look at if Aaron Glenn's tenure does take off, if they follow that Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions type of trajectory, you might look back on that win and say that that's when the spark was lit.
We can only hope. Well, Matt, you're going to get to sleep in this weekend. No Sunday responsibilities for you coming up, because there'll be no Jets game to preview. We'll take a few days off here. The show will still be happening, but Matt will catch you for the following game, which will be Ravens. So that Sunday, we'll have you on for that conversation. So
huge test. Huge test against the Baltimore Ravens.
In New England, in Baltimore. Man, the schedule makers have a cruel sense of humor. No question about it. Well, Matt, I want to thank you so much for carving out the time as always. And again, Matt Lombardo, NFL.substack.com is the first link in our YouTube description down below so you guys could get Matt Lombardo all the time, more than just his weekly visits here on Boy Green Daily. So, Matt, thanks for joining us for a game day episode.
Always a ton of fun. Enjoy the game tonight, guys.
There we go. I hope we do, Matt Lombardo. I hope we do. Thank you to Matt Lombardo for joining us here on the program. Couple of shout outs real quick, then we'll open up the phone lines. I see my Pops in here. Hey now, from Romania. Okay, there you go. Pop's doing Romania. And he'll be joining us on the Saturday episode of Boy Green Daily, so it'll be a few days after. Bob Lederer will join us tomorrow, so we'll have sort of a post-game recap Boy Green Daily. We will also literally do a recap show later this evening for the game as well, but specifically Bob Lederer will sort of react to some of the storylines and things of that nature, hopefully all positive from that standpoint. Hop on Pop, tape the like button to pound town. We've got a couple hundred people in the room and a couple hundred people across their social media portals, including over 100 on YouTube. Folks, it's a freaking Jets game day, baby. Make it rain from the high heavens with your like buttons. We only have 41 likes, but over 100 people in the room. That math don't math. There's over 100 people watching this show right now in this moment in time on YouTube. Folks, if you enjoyed the show, if you hate the show, I'm going to be honest, I don't even care how you feel about the show. Just like the video. I'll take a like however it comes. I don't judge. That's the kind of guy I am. By the way, I see our number one Austrian Jet fan jumping in on a Boy Green Coffee Club membership gift. Hey now. Oh, you love seeing memberships being gifted. And by the way, that membership that was just gifted, if you're new around here, is a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. That is our YouTube membership group. And we are a loving community here in the Jets chat. By the way, that membership went to, let me make sure I get you, Gary the Snail. Gary the Snail. There you go. Welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club. And this is what you're competing for, folks, right here. This beautiful autograph Marty Lyons jersey, an Alabama jersey. And on it, he has signed it to the Boy Green Coffee Club. It says Roll Tide, Marty Lyons, 93, of course, his jersey number. And on the bottom of the jersey are all of his accomplishments stitched onto the jersey. It's a beautiful decorative piece that you can either wear or, hang up, put it in one of those jersey cases. That'd be very nice where you can frame it. He was a Jet from 79 to 89. He's part of the New York Sack Exchange, College Hall of Fame, NY Jets Ring of Honor, Man of the Year. I mean, all in all, it keeps going. If you want a chance to win this beautiful jersey, folks, here's how it works. $3, $3. That's all you have to spend here on the channel. For instance, look down below. Number one Austrian Jet fan gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Cost $3. He just got a raffle ticket for the contest. So it's absolutely terrific. Make sure you guys take full advantage. We do giveaways on this show every friggin' month. So take full advantage of everything that we have to offer here on the program. By the way, number one Austrian Jets fan, has 45 raffle tickets for our contest this month. It's absolutely beautiful, baby. So get it while the getting's good. This is a great prize, and I hope you guys can enjoy it. That is absolutely terrific. All right, let's do this. Oh, Pop's asking about the bet. Oh, boy. Well, let's get into this, Pop. All right, so here's what happened, Pop. All right, so Alon calls into the show, and for anyone else that missed the bet, okay? So Alon calls into the show, and basically we go back and forth, and he says, hey, Paul, I got a bet for you. I'm like, all right, lay it on me. He says, if the Jets lose their next two games, that's against the New England Patriots in Foxborough and against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore, he said, I have to shave my beard completely off. And I'm like, hell no. That's stupid because, first off, the Jets are underwhelming underdogs in both of those games, and the juice doesn't seem worth the squeeze. So we led to a compromise, and it's this. If the Jets beat the Ravens and the Patriots over the next 2 weeks, Alon will donate 100 memberships to Boy Green Coffee Club. That's $300, basically, is how all the math works out. And 100 memberships will flow from the high heavens. If the Jets lose both of those games, then I'm not shaving it completely off. You're not going to see a baby's bottom under here, but this is going to be reduced significantly. It's like a 1.5, a 2, and you're going to see all this beard disappear. And it's going to, basically the hair is going to be to my face. People may remember that from when I had my knee surgery a couple years ago. That's the last time that I shaved it down that far. So yes, that's a bet. If the Jets go 1-1, so like if they win tonight and lose against Baltimore, then nothing happens. There's no bet to be had, and that's sort of anticlimactic, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's the bet. That went out there in the universe. Again, if I had my agent or lawyer present, I probably should have fought a little harder for some more, like a spread or something. But Mama didn't raise no bitch. So you know what? I'm all in, baby. The Jets are going to win tonight, so it doesn't even matter. They're going to take care of business. They're taking out the New England Patriots. They're taking them out at the knees. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely spectacular. So I'm all fired up for it, baby. Yes, let's go. Yes, so fired up. Pop says, moron. NC Green says, BJ, I'm never asking you to negotiate for me. DJ Dirty Cooch says, what YouTubers do for subs? Yeah, I guess. I'm not really sure. All that and more. So, unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss any comments here on the program. Let's see. All right, we had Austrian in here. Okay, I think I got everybody. All right. If any of you I missed a super chat or membership, obviously just scream from the high heavens and I will go find it. But let's do this. Let's open up the phone lines and hey, we'll take your phone calls here on Boy Green Daily on a game day primetime version. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green, fucking daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Talking Jets football, man.
Moron!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jet football with Boy Green. Everyone,
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Let's go!
Let's go, baby. The phone lines are up, and that is youtube.com/boygreen25 here on the program. If you'd like to call in, feel free to do so. I see this from our guy, Ted. Paul, will you have mixed feelings if the Jets win tonight, knowing they are one win away from you losing your identity? Again, to explain the bet, if the Jets go 2-0, I win a bunch of money, and more so, you guys win a bunch of memberships. So that's great. If they go 1-1, nothing happens. If they go 0-2, my beard game will be reduced significantly. Okay. So no, if the Jets win tonight, I'm going to be thrilled because I think the Jets are going to win tonight anyway, and I'm a Jets fan and I want to see that. And also, that does save my beautiful beard, and which I like at this great length. I like continuing to nurture this thing. I love having my beard. It's my identity and brand. But no mixed feelings whatsoever. So I want to keep my beard. Yes, I enjoy it very much. So I appreciate you. More of your questions and comments here on the program. NC Green saying that guitar has some years on it. No question about it. And hey, I appreciate it there for old. I appreciate that for Hep. Hep did a wonderful job at the tailgate. That was terrific. All right, let's go to the phone lines. We got Mikey Midnight. What's up, Mikey?
Hey, Green Boy, how you doing, buddy?
Hey.
I enjoy you and your father on your TV show. It's an awesome thing.
Oh, thank you so much, Mikey.
The Jets go win tonight against the Patriots, 30-24.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the hospital. I had pneumonia.
Oh,
and
I'm so sorry.
And I get my procedure done. I work at the Brattleboro Hospital, but I work in housekeeping. I'm the biggest Jet fan you ever me.
Oh yeah? Are you related to Bobby Midnight?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Oh, I see. Oh wow, it's my first time having you on the show. So welcome to the show, Mikey.
And you know Jake Asman, my friend?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows my friend, the doctor that works here. That's with Connie. Connie. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah,
so
I like Jake.
Jet fan too. Yeah. You know what? You know who I think the Jets should go after?
Who?
To trade for Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Mikey. Yeah, I want some Joe Burrow action. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be good because he has a New York attitude.
Yeah, Joe Cool.
Yeah, so you guys, where you guys from?
Well, I moved all over the place. My dad was in the Navy. I'm currently in New York right now, but I got a lot of family in Brattleboro.
Oh, Brattleboro?
Yeah, Vermont.
Yeah. What's their last name?
Cowling and Esdens. Cowling
and
Esdens. Yeah.
I work at the Brattleboro Hospital. They probably know me.
Yeah, I bet they do, which is so cool. It's a small world, Mikey.
And they probably know me from Price Chopper. I shop there all the time.
I used to work there.
You did?
Yep, 100%. Worked there for 4 years.
At the Brattleboro one?
Not the Brattleboro one. It was a different wing, a different one. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think the Jets go win 10-7.
Ooh yeah, baby! On the road to 10-7. That's what I'm talking about, Mikey.
Yeah, tell Jake I finally calling your show. I found it. I found your name.
Let's go.
I watched you, and your dad is a big Cowboy fan, right?
Yeah, he is. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, no.
He probably become a Jet fan when we get Joe Burrow.
He's got to keep working. Oh, that's it. Once we get Burrow, he'll jump over to the dark side. I like it.
Yeah, I love that too. We could train him tomorrow. We could train him next year. Yeah. We just need because they need Cincinnati needs a rebuild.
100%. Yeah, they absolutely need a rebuild. Yes.
Yeah, I like that guy who sings the song. I talked to him on Bobby's show. What the guy who sings the show on your show? The guy, Paul Green. Paul Green.
Yeah, that's
We-
him.
Yeah, I met him on the Bobby show.
Yeah, nice guy, huh?
Yeah, now Allie has a show too. Allie.
Oh, he does?
You know,
Oh, nice. Oh, okay.
yeah, you know Nick Shine.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, are you good friends? Are you good friends?
Yeah, I like Nick Shine. We did an event together last year. Yes, so yeah, Nick's good people.
Yeah, he checked on me when I'm at the hospital. He
Aw,
heard I was in the
that's super
hospital.
nice. That's super nice.
And you know, Beast, remember the funny guy Beast for Jake Asman show?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to watch the show when I watched YouTube on TV.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
You're a true Jet fan too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're damn straight.
Next year we should go to the game together.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I go to a game every year. So yeah, Mikey, we're gonna have to work that out. We'll let you know which game we go to and see if it works out for you.
Yeah, you know what I want to go to see?
Who's
The
that?
Jets against the Poop Mafia.
That would be great. I'd love nothing more than to smack them around.
Yeah, me too. So
Yeah.
what's happening? I'm glad you probably to ask your relatives to know Mikey Woodruff.
Okay, will do. I'll make sure I ask them and see if they know you. That'd be great. Wouldn't that be a small world, huh?
And you could come up to visit him and see me.
Oh, that'd be
I wo-
great. I'd love
I
to.
work. I do housekeeping at the Brattleboro Hospital.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know who? You know what they should do? Quarterback today. They should bring that guy, Brady Cook.
Oh, sure. Let Brady cook. Yeah.
You know the headlines will say tomorrow's paper.
What's that?
Brady Cook cooks Patriots.
I love that. That'd be a great headline. Sign me up, baby.
Yeah, and they're gonna be 10-7.
Yes.
You know what? Eric Grant is so funny in his interviews with these people.
Mm-hmm.
He makes me laugh.
Oh,
Because
that's good.
you had to be building in New York.
That's
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
They kept saying you had to be a new like our Rex Ryan, my buddy Rex Ryan.
I love Rex. Yeah.
Yeah, I met him in real life, and his wife too. They're wonderful people.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. They seem it from I've never met him, but yeah.
You know what favorite guy was on the Jets?
Who's
Wayne
that?
Quebec.
I
Quebec.
love Wayne. Wayne's great. Yeah.
He was on Jake's show one time.
I saw that. I didn't see the interview. I just saw him post on social media that he was going to interview him. They posted a picture together, and I said, "Oh, that's nice."
Yeah, we should meet him again. I want to get his autograph.
Oh, that'd be
Because
cool.
you know the guy who was on the same show as Wayne Quebec. He was Robert Robert, what's his name?
Robbie
Sobo?
Sabo?
Yeah, he's promised me an autograph of
Okay.
Wayne Quebec.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a man of his word, so I'm sure you'll get that. Yeah.
You have your family. You have a little baby. I heard their little
Yeah.
girl's so cute. You have another baby?
I do. Two.
What
I
was
got
it?
two. Yeah, I got Polly. He's my son. He just turned 1 a week ago, and then my daughter turns 4 in January.
Holy cow. It's like that guy who has kids on. He's a Jets guy, too. Matt and Larry? No, not Matt and Larry. What was his name? Not Matt and Larry's friend. What's his name?
Ryan, maybe?
Yeah, Ryan. I think it was Ryan. Yeah. He has
Oh.
2 kids, too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, good. Congrats to Ryan. Yeah, congrats on the
Yeah,
success.
I think that's his name. I have to remember.
Okay,
But
that's all right.
I finally get to talk to you.
I know, Mikey. This is awesome. You're so awesome. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much for calling in, Mikey. Means the world.
And maybe I could talk to your dad because my cousin Jerry loves the Cowboys.
Oh,
You know
boy.
why I called him the
Why?
Cowgirl.
I love that. Yeah, my pop's going to be on the show on Saturday, so I don't know what your schedule looks like, but I hope you heal up
Yeah.
and you can call in on Saturday and talk to Pop.
Yeah, what time?
Like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I could get up there. I'll get up early.
Okay, great. That'd be awesome. Well, Mikey, it was a pleasure to meet you, pal.
You too. Thank you so much to everybody, your whole family. I say JETS.
That's it, baby. Woo, man. That was awesome. Mikey, midnight, baby. That was my first experience with Mikey. Wow, what a great guy. That's awesome. And hopefully he heals up. We're all praying for his recovery from pneumonia. That's awful. But hey, Mikey, I love your energy. I love your spirit. I love your jetdom. It's infectious. So big shout out to you, Mikey, my new buddy. I love you, Mikey. Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate that. We have a couple hundred people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Let's go back to the phone lines here. Troy joins us next. What's up, Troy?
Hey, morning, Paul. Hey,
Morning.
what do we got on the books for next year? Are we like Aaron Rodgers? I know we still owe him a lot of money.
Yeah. We still have we have several dead cap hits. We're up to 70 million. If we move on from Justin Fields, it's going to add another 22 million in dead cap. So I'll push at 92. The good news is that we have so much overwhelming money that it'll make up the difference. So despite the fact we have a lot of dead money, it shouldn't affect us too bad because of all the cap space the Jets have. The Jets still have somewhere in the ballpark of like 90, including the dead cap. They have 92 million, give or take, in cap space for next year, and obviously more moves to be made, which could create even more cap space than that. So yeah, the Jets are in a great financial position from that standpoint. They're like top 5 in the league in cap space for next year.
Yeah. Hopefully we do. We just go on a spending spree, honestly.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's fill all these holes.
It ain't my money.
The Patriots just did it, and they're 8-2. So again, if
Yeah,
you do it
and
right, it can be wildly effective. Yeah.
You kind of hit my next question. If we was to have had Vrabel, what do you think the differences would be right now, and where do you think we would be as an organization?
It's a phenomenal, fascinating question. Would he have traded Sauce Gardners of the world? Would he have traded Quinnens of the world? I was in on Vrabel. I talked about this a million times with Jake, who Mikey just brought up, Jake Asman. I think there's a lot of fans out in our audience. I don't want to overgeneralize, but there's a lot of them that wanted a coach that had done it before. The intrigue of Mike Vrabel is not only had he done it before, he obviously did it at a very high level. He took the Titans to an AFC Championship game. He's won Coach of the Year awards. And there was just wow, this guy knows what he's doing. There's no learning on the job. He has an identity. He has a brand. And as soon as he gets somewhere, and it ends up being the Patriots, he's just going to tack with what he knows he wants to do. AG thinks he knows what he wants to do. He's never been a head coach before, so it doesn't matter. So would the Jets be further along? I think that's incredibly fair to say that they'd be further along. Now, would they be 8-2? I'm not sure. I'd love to dream in that fairy tale land. That would be awesome. But I think they'd be further along. They probably would have been more. Again, this is sort of impossible to say because whatever I say, we'll never be able to verify. If I said, they'd be 10-0 right now. Like no one could ever say true, false, or anything. But maybe on some of those end-of-game situations, Vrabel has proved to be very savvy in some of those situations. Maybe the Jets would have been able to close out like week 3 against Tampa. All we needed was to stop. We win that game. So there's a few games where there was just one little piece here or there that could have flipped it. So maybe instead of the Jets being 2-7 right now, they could be 4-6 or 4-5 or something. Maybe that's possible, but I don't know if it would have completely flipped. But hey, all the credit to Vrabel. I'm a big fan.
What's your thoughts on AVT next year?
Oh, God, that is such a tough situation. I love AVT, the person, but, man, if I'm the Jets, how can I possibly invest any serious amount of money into him based on him tearing his left tricep, his right tricep, and his Achilles? Like, the good news from beat reporters, and I agree, that tearing your tricep, it's such a fluky injury that in a good way, it's not like your knee. And, he has to get his knee back, all the weight on the knee, like just a tricep. It's up here. So he can keep working out and everything with his lower half of his body and things of that nature and stay in shape and stuff of that nature. So that part of it is good, but 3 season-ending injuries, like, ugh. Yeah. Can you imagine if the Jets give him a 1-year prove-it deal for some serious guaranteed money, he gets hurt again, you just lit all that money on fire. So, to me, the safer thing is you bring back John Simpson, you have Joe Tippmann under contract, maybe you bring back Josh Myers, and then you draft somebody to be ready just in case Myers exits or one of these other guys exits in the future. I love AVT to death. I think a team will probably pay him to be an offensive tackle. The Jets are covered in those specific categories, so that won't happen here unless it's an injury. I think another team outside of the building, the Jets aren't going to franchise tag him, may pay him left tackle money, and that's going to be much more than the Jets are going to pay him.
So you think he'll have people coming
I do.
for him?
And to be honest, right? So let's do this. The only way ABT doesn't hit free agency is if the Jets franchise tag him. Are they going to franchise tag him? I would highly doubt that based on what's happened. So that means he's going to test the market. And if he tests the market, let's say everything's the same. Everyone's offering the same 1-year deal for insert money. And ABT thinks to himself, do I go to the Jets where I've had 3 season-ending injuries, or do I go back out west? He's a USC guy. Maybe the Chargers, who have all kinds of issues, or the Rams, or whoever, someone out there on the west offers basically the same deal as the Jets, but he gets to move out west and gets to try fresh somewhere else. Maybe that's his perspective. I don't know. I've never spoken with ABT, but outside of just fan interaction, I haven't spoken to him like in an interview setting. I think he would consider those other options. I do.
I was kind of thinking free agents next year. I would like to see us maybe pursue Minshew and Lindenbaum.
Oh my God, Linderbaum would be special. And again,
we can leave. Oh dang it, right guard. What's his name?
Tittman.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can leave him right and insert Lindenbaum.
Ooh. That'd be awesome.
Maybe draft a center in the draft and maybe pick up a quarterback in the 2nd or 3rd round. Not necessarily seeing anything yet other than Mendoza.
Me either. Yeah.
He may not even be there. So
right. Who knows?
But anyway, that's all I got, Paul. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate all the questions. Great questions. I'll just riff off of one of your questions you had on Linderbaum. Again, the Ravens are in a very unique scenario. So the Ravens declined the 5th-year option for Tyler Linderbaum. He is set to be a free agent coming up in a couple of months. And here's what's about to happen, right? So you could just say, hey, Paul, the Ravens are just going to franchise tag him. Again, there's a loophole in the rules on the franchise tag. The franchise tag number is for all offensive linemen. There's not a franchise tag for offensive tackles, for guards, and for centers. It's one number. And by the way, let me pull this up here. Projected franchise tag numbers for 2026. Shout out to Over the Cap. Okay. That number is, hang on a second, $27 million. Okay. Is the franchise tag for offensive linemen. Again, it does not distinguish between positions. So there's no number for a guard versus a tackle versus center, which takes us to this. The highest paid centers in the NFL. Okay. Look, here's where we get funky. The highest paid center in the NFL right now is Creed Humphrey, who makes $18 million per year. He's the highest paid center in football right now at $18 million. The franchise tag number, again, is $27 million. So if the Ravens franchise tag Tyler Linderbaum, they have to pay him $9 million more than the highest paid center in football. That's setting an unbelievable market reset for Linderbaum. I would venture to guess that the Ravens are not going to franchise tag him, which means he can hit the open market, which means the Jets will have a chance. So all that to say, the Ravens are in a very unique position because of that declined 5th-year option, and now it's going to come back to bite them in the tuchus because they don't have a way to restrict him. Could they franchise tag him? Maybe, but $9 million over the market at the top to hold him, and you hope that you negotiate a new deal. If I'm Tyler Linderbaum, I'm like, sweet, $27 million, sign me up. I'll force you guys to give me that. And then if they franchise tag him again, every year that you franchise tag a player, the money increases even more. It increases more because of marketplace, and number 2, by percentage. It's written into the CBA. So, yeah, there is a unique scenario. We haven't talked a lot about free agents for next year for obvious reasons, but unbelievable. That money could get to some crazy places. It could get to some crazy places. So shout out, by the way, to Mikey Midnight. I see everyone saying, man, he should call in every day. I love it. He's got great energy, very great energy. And yes, you could tell, I mean, Mikey Midnight, Bobby Midnight, I figured that there was a relation there, a connection. I've heard of Mikey in other places, but I've never met him, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, you could hear the voice of Bobby and Mikey. Yeah, you can hear the voices are very similar. Yeah, but Mikey's awesome. So thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure to meet you. That's for sure. Let's do this. Let's go back to the phone lines. But again, great points there on Tyler Linderbaum. So a couple of things here. Again, like the video, hit subscribe. We have over 300 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. 117 of those 300 are on YouTube. Like the video right now. That's a free way to contribute to the show and help get the show in front of other Jet fans out in the universe. We're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers, baby. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. We're at 8,170 plus subscribers. And again, if every little bit helps to help us push us over the top. And again, we're going to have 6+ hours of live content here on the show today with Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Meets Woody, live watch party, post-game show. It's going to be spectacular, so I can't wait. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Up next, Mr. Famous Fulton.
Morning, Paul. How are you this morning?
Blessed, my friend. I woke up this morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Getting ready for the big show, and
Okay.
we've got a practice tonight, so
Okay.
we'll be ready. We got dress rehearsals tonight, and it's gonna be a blast tonight. So
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. Yep.
Okay. Do you want to give us another taste here, Mr. Famous Fulton? Do you have your
Sure.
lines all set up?
Yep, I sure do.
Okay, here we go. Full screen.
Yes. Sorry. Let me.
No. Get ready. Don't rush.
Okay.
Don't rush.
Yep. You're fine.
Yeah, Goose Fraba.
Yes, ma'am. Anything wrong? Oh, it's Don Lockwood. How are you, Mr. Lockwood? Out for a stroll? Anything I can do for you? And you, young lady, you sure are a lucky lady. Good night, Mr. Lockwood.
Let's go, Mr. Fulton. That was amazing.
Thank you. I hope your Jets wins tonight.
Me too. I'd love nothing more than to beat the New England Patriots with a rusty wrench.
Yep. I won't call in next week. I will be busy for Tech Week next week. But I'll let you know how the show's going and let you know.
Yes. Please do, Mr. Famous
Yep,
Fulton. And
I
good luck
sure
tonight.
do.
Good luck this evening and kick some Batuki.
I sure will, Paul, and hopefully we'll get the video sent to you. Hopefully.
Yes, please do if you can. That would be wonderful. So
I'll talk to my director and see what she says about it. So.
All right. Talk to your director, talk to your agent, let them know whatever needs to happen. We'll make it happen.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to tell you one more thing.
Yeah, lay it on me. Yeah.
I am going to be doing the radiothon for WABC.
Wow.
And they want me to perform at the Sullivan Hardware show.
Oh,
And
nice.
and I'm going to be doing my original Christmas song I'll be working on.
Ooh.
It's under construction.
Okay.
And hopefully you guys can hear it soon.
Oh, great. That'd be terrific. Yeah.
Yep. So it's on December 13th at 12 p.m. And I'm going to be doing my solo song. And yep, I'm going to play with the ukuleles.
Ooh, I love the ukulele. It's a great instrument. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, terrific. Well, Mr. Famous Fulton, whenever you have it ready, again, no rush. You know, we can't rush perfection, of course. So whenever you're ready to debut that here on the show, we'll be happy to receive it.
Okay, great. Thank you, Paul.
Well, God bless. There he is, Mr. Famous Fulton, gracing us with his presence on a game day. Yes. Terrific. Hep says, Mr. Famous Fulton has more gigs than I do. It's impressive. It is impressive. He's a talented guy. That's what happens, baby. That's what freaking happens. Well, folks, again, we're going to have, and as DJ Dirty Coot says, say applause, please. Applause, please. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, DJ. Wicca. Okay, we've got a ton of content coming on the show today. Again, you just enjoyed Boy Green Daily. Boy Green Meets Woody's at 3 o'clock. Patriots beat reporter Taylor Kiles will be joining us, an absolute superstar. You might have seen him on ESPN2 a few times. I love Taylor. We'll have our live watch party. We'll be on about 8:05, something like that this evening, about 10, 15 minutes before kickoff of Jets Patriots tonight. We'll have the watch party. Then we'll have the post-game show. It's going to be magnificent. And How could I have possibly forgot to tease this for Boy Green Coffee Club members? That's my YouTube membership group, which only costs $2.99 a month. Best deal on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. We're going to have a special bonus interview for you guys to listen to and watch, whichever you prefer, later today. Again, it will be for Boy Green Coffee Club members first, and then the fans will get access, the public, general public will get access to that interview at a later point. That is part of the perks, of course, of being a part of the Boy Green Coffee Club. So I hope you guys take full advantage of that with a very special guest talking overall Jets and the NFL draft. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Hop on Pop joins us here from Romania.
Hey now, good whatever time it is. I'm confused. So
you just missed out on Mikey. It was Bobby Midnight's brother. Mikey is a big fan of yours. I don't know if you saw that.
A shout out to Mikey Midnight and prayers that he gets better soon. And what are the odds? He works at Brattleboro Memorial Hospital, where your great grandmother was a volunteer for many years.
That's so awesome. So shout out to you, Mikey. We love you, buddy. And get well soon. Yes.
Get well soon.
What's
By the
on
way,
your mind here? Yeah.
Couple things.
Okay.
Could you show that raffle prize again? That is a phenomenal prize.
Yeah, look at that. It is a beautiful Marty Lyons jersey. It is autographed to the Boy Green Coffee Club. It will come, if you don't believe me and think I'm a lying cheat, it does come with a certificate of authenticity for the Marty Lyons Foundation. So thank you. This was in Marty Lyons' hands. Thank you, Marty, Jets legend and college football legend for that matter. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame, for signing this and sending this along. That means the world. So I appreciate Marty doing this. And yes, if any of you want a chance to win this beautiful prize, please make the memberships rain from the high heavens. We're almost halfway through the month of November. You can submit your raffle tickets throughout the rest of the month of November. We'll be giving away on December 1st. So this jersey will be going to a lucky home, which again, you can either wear or display it, do whatever you'd like. It's a beautiful jersey. It's only $3 a piece. So if you're watching on YouTube, hit that little money sign. There's a bunch of options: super stickers, super chats, gifting channel memberships, or of course, the tried and true, buy a Boy Green Coffee Club membership for yourself. That is the easiest way to contribute to the show. And I see your call has made it start to rain, Pop, from the high heavens. It's our guy, J-Boy. Hey now.
Hey now.
Very beautiful. When 5 memberships or more gifted, would play this, and I want to go back to this one from earlier.
They say it can't be done. They say we have no chance. Hey, let me tell you something. Any man can be beat on any day.
That's damn straight, LaDainian Tomlinson, LT, who I'm wearing that jersey for. Let's read the 5 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. You don't have that in front of you, right, Pop?
I cannot have it in front of me on my phone.
No. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to step on your toes and assume you didn't, and then you were going to read it, and you're like, whoa, pal, what did I get written off the script? So, okay, just wanted to make sure. So those 5 new members to Boy Green Coffee Club are James Fowles, Dominic Lazuzio, Hulk Smash My Mom, Jesus, Johnny Cards, and Earl Bedford. You guys are all now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club, and shout out to, again, what was that? Hulk Smash My Mom. There you go. Thank you for that. J-Boy, you have 5 new raffle tickets to our contest. Thank you so much for sending it in. Again, for that beautiful jersey we just displayed there on the screen. So enjoy. That is 7 raffle tickets for our guy J-Boy so far this month.
Yeah. And by the way, I have. Anyways.
Gross. Great. Nice. Who was that line? I just saw the what was it? I'm going to butcher it, so I don't want to half tell a terrible joke, but it was just a comedian that just told one of the best Your Mama jokes I've heard in some time, which was quite good. But again, I don't want to butcher it. You guys can go look it up in the universe with nothing. And our boy 3 Siblings says, tonight we win the game. Let's see. Pop, what are your Jets Patriots game day thoughts here? Because the next time we talk to you, we'll be recapping in a unique fashion the game that had already occurred.
Yeah, I think the balloon gets popped tonight. I think
the Patriots balloon of 7-game winning streak.
As Dorothy would say, we're not in Ohio anymore, New York Jets. So yes.
Do you think we could play on a neutral field? Do you think we could get the game moved to like Canton or
that might be the Jets? Apparently they can. Want to know how? Yeah, the Jets. Garrett Wilson out, Justin Fields alive and in uniform. Those two factors alone are going to spell doom for the Jets. Unfortunately, again, at the beginning of the season, I thought they would go 9-8. I think you were at 12-5. But
So
one of our predictions is still alive.
What's
just
that?
for the record.
Sure.
Mine of 9-8. That's still possible.
Well, so is 10-7.
But you had 12-5.
Well, it depends. I had two. I had one on one show, one on the other. So my 10-7 one's still good.
Oh, more. Anyways, so yeah, I don't think there's an opportunity for the Jets to win, unfortunately. But
wow,
I'll tell you what, I do not know. So the Jets are the most loyal, the most engaged, the most passionate, and the most beat down fan base in the history of sports. With that being said, for God's sakes, right? Whether it's the crazy man from Ireland watching William Wallace's internals get ripped out, or it's Apollo Creed's manager with a towel with blood all over it. I would just say, mercy, Aaron. Mercy, right? Save us all from watching the worst quarterback in the NFL. How many yards did he have last week? 60 yards and
54.
45 of it. And 45 of it was on a pass to Brees. Do I have that right? I didn't watch
42. Yeah, 42. So again, here's the numbers, right? He threw for 54 passing yards. That's not great without any other context. Yeah, 42
not
of his
great.
Yeah, that's not great at all. Not ideal. Anywho, so 42 of his 54 came on a screen pass play to Brees Hall. So then that leaves him with 12 if you take that away. But it's worse because he was sacked 3 times and lost 12 yards. So net passing yards is your passing yards subtracted by the sack yardage loss, which means that if you take away the screen play, Justin Fields had 0 net passing yards, which again is almost impressive how terrible that is. Yeah.
Yes. So mercy, right? Like,
do you think they make the change tonight?
What's that? No, it's not going to change. And thank God you can't say he hasn't thrown a pick anymore.
I know I can't say that. No, I'm saying not does it change like Justin Fields plays better, although apparently every 3.5 weeks he does have one of those games. So he is sort of in line for that to happen. But no, I was saying, does AG make the quarterback change to Tyrod Taylor? Because apparently before the Bengals game, he was going to make the change, and Tyrod was unavailable, so he had no choice. That was the only other quarterback on the 53-man roster. So he went back to Justin, and Justin played halfway decent against Cincinnati. And then after he played like that, he was going to play against Cleveland. So I'm saying, does AG make the change? Does Tyrod Taylor start the game tonight in Foxborough?
Yeah, so Tyrod Taylor should start the game this week. Brady Cook should start the game next week. Aaron Glenn is too worried about trying to zing reporters.
That's fine.
Go ask Samini. Like, what a douchebag, right? He is. I like him. I still like him. But just stop. It's not a good look. You've grown your cojones back because you beat 2 terrible teams. Pump the brakes, Sparky. Right? So I don't even know. I don't know if he thinks it's cute. It's not cute anymore. It's not cute. They're 2-7, right? It's not a good look. Your quarterback threw for 0 yards. It's not a good look. Stop being cute.
I'm fine with AG. If he gets his rocks after that sort of stuff, then God bless. I don't care. Here's the thing. He's set.
We say sayings all. We say sayings all the time without internalizing what we're actually saying when we say them.
What's that?
What did you just say? And
I don't even know what I have no idea what I just said.
If that's how he gets his rocks off. You just have to think about what you're like. What are you
heard what I said. If that revs his engine, God bless America. I don't care. But what I'm saying is that he's set to speak for 10 minutes on normally it's like 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on a normal work week. If that's how he wants to spend his 10 minutes, God bless America. If he wants to be all buddy with them, phenomenal. I don't care. Like, again, it's winning. It's finding that it's winning. That's in one pocket. And in a separate pocket, finding that quarterback, which will probably help option number one eventually. That will be impossible to do this season. But if he just wins, none of this matters. If he loses, it's there's a greater highlight of everything that you just did. Easy, Sparky.
Yeah. Anyways, didn't he say at one time he was keeping receipts? I
That's
hope nobody
Robert
collects
Saleh.
on him.
Robert Saleh.
No, they're all the same. Anyways, nice. Real quick, I don't see my raffle tickets on the ticker, and I provided enough that my name should be on there. So maybe you need a fixie.
Hop on Pop. You have let's see, 6 raffle tickets. So
let's see. Hold on, it's gonna happen.
Okay,
here it comes. Oh, now you're gonna add it. All right.
Yeah, there we go. Well,
while you're doing something you should have done a week ago, I just want to let everybody know that we're interacting now from Romania. However, 7 days and 12 hours from now, or 8 days, the Boy Green Daily Show in 8 days will be live from South Bend, Indiana. So
wow,
it's right around the corner, and you hadn't thought of it that way, but 1 week from tomorrow, we'll be doing a live show from South Bend, Indiana. Maybe we'll go on location on Saturday. We'll go to the grotto.
Oh boy, yeah.
We'll do a candle lighting, anyways.
Man, that's insane. Has that hit you yet? That's going to happen?
A little bit. I was doing some sightseeing. Not really my thing. Really, I was walking around, get some exercise, Romania, and we visited a church. No, I didn't burst into flames. And they had a grotto with candle lighting. I was like, this is amazing to be in Europe. There's great architecture there, but that grotto is where I'm going to be on the campus University of Notre Dame. So I'm looking forward to it.
Wow, that's it's going to be pretty special. Pop, have you ever been to the South Bend campus?
I have never been. I've never been.
Wow. So this is going to be pretty historic.
We could cut the clip from the movie Rudy of his dad when he walks. Right, he goes in the field, and this is the most. He's standing next to his wife, which is probably less than ideal. But he's like, "This is the most beautiful sight these eyes have ever seen."
Yeah, right.
So I will not quote that. I'll be like, "This is the second most beautiful sight." The third, fourth, however you see your kids' births and all that stuff. This is in the top 5 most beautiful sights I've ever seen.
Pop, I could have used your advice last night. So for those, this is a Jets show, and my channel is Jets like 99% of the time. But there's a few shows in this new MC Show digital era that you guys are seeing that are beyond Jets, and that includes Wednesday nights we do Survivor episodes. So I'm not going to say anything that would spoil anything for you, but it's only this. So we were doing a Survivor recap episode last night. And not yesterday, the week before, we did a interview with sort of a Survivor social media influencer. And he has like a Survivor museum in his house of like all these like, hey, this is from season 4. I bought like the paddle they used. Here's this, and I got this, and all this different stuff. And one of his things was this thing from Jerry Manty that she used on her season, Survivor the Outback, the Australian Outback, in season 2. And in the middle of the show last night, Jerry Manty added our show clip to her Instagram, and that it just popped in my phone. I went, oh my God, guys, look, Jerry Manty. I used to have a massive crush on Jerry Manty. I'm like, man, what a babe. She is great. And then at that same moment that I said all that on the show, my fiance, Tatiana, just jumped into the chat to say, oh my God, we miss you so much. And then I went, oh, geez. And so totally, I'm going to be honest. I totally, fuck the pooch on that one. I'm just going to be perfectly honest here. Totally screwed that one up. And just so long story short, the whole reason that I bring any of this up here on the show, and by the way, for folks wondering, this is Jerry Manty from old, I can't believe that was 25 years ago now. That makes me feel old. But yeah, so I long story short, I could have used your advice yesterday when you just told the story. Oh, this would have helped.
Let me give you some advice now.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Some general advice.
Sure. Yeah.
So women amongst themselves and in your presence will make comments about on a TV show, on a movie, walking down the street, not not in a loud way, or maybe they're not loud about it, but they will make comments about how that guy, this guy, whatever words they say nowadays. I don't know. So they do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Right. But you are never allowed to do that.
Where's the fairness? Where's the equality, man?
Anyone that believes that men and women are equal in relationships is a moron.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, they can say whatever they say. I do not recommend you ever say something like that again. And I also wouldn't recommend showing these pictures online where she may watch this show.
That's true. Well, it probably made it worse yesterday. So this actually, just real quick, this is the Playboy cover that Jerry Manti, after her Survivor fame, went and did. I just apparently those magazines can still be bought, so I just ordered one and sent it to the house. So I don't know if she's going to be very thrilled to see that. To be honest, it's from 2001. So again, it's to me,
what?
Historical literature. So like that's more so. Sort of the path of, yeah.
So, listen, let me help you out right now.
Oh, sure.
It's not okay to cut out the picture and ask Tatiana to put it on her, as a mask. It's not okay.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I would make an Ed Gein joke, but I don't know if you've seen that on Netflix so far. So that may not, they may not float.
All right.
And yes, by the way, DJ Dirty Cooch is noticing the other things, like a Dale Earnhardt interview is also featured in this Playboy cover. So, and Kurt Cobain, there's all kinds of things. So that'll be a trip down memory lane that should get here in a couple days.
It's a good thing that she's not around and she doesn't listen to every one of these shows.
Yeah.
Or she may have a neighbor or a friend come by and dispose of that magazine.
Yeah. Oh, I hope not, because, those are pricey endeavor.
All right. Well, anyways, yes, unfortunately, Jets lose tonight. They come back to reality, and hopefully it's Tyrod. And with Tyrod, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
With Justin Fields, they will lose. Tyrod, I think there is an opportunity there. The Patriots are not indestructible. They can be beat, but Justin Fields isn't beating himself out of a wet paper bag.
Sometimes we say things out loud that we need to revisit in the future, but I'd rather you not revisit that one. I heard it once, and that's enough. Thank you.
All right. Hey, now. All right.
Right. Well, Pop, shout out to Romania, and thank you so much for joining us here on the program. All right. Jesus Christ. All right, folks, I got to go record some other interviews for the MC Show digital channel, so you guys can go check those out. I'm about to record one of those right now. Wow. There was a lot going on there in that show, but like the video, hit subscribe, everybody, and we will see you again in a couple hours. Again, if you're a Boy Green Coffee Club member, stay tuned to the channel. We'll have an interview uploading in a little bit. I'm going to record it somewhere in the next hour and a half, and that will be up on the Boy Green channel as well. Bonus content for you Boy Green Coffee Club members. Make sure to like the video, hit subscribe, and we'll see you later.